Man, I love this song by Michael Jackson, Human Nature. To be able to play the entire thing on guitar, the chords, the melody, and the groove, it feels so good. And that groove, it's everything. For me to bring out that groove, it makes it feel so good. The secret to developing a good groove is to know how to use a metronome. Now, metronomes aren't all about just bringing it up to speed, treating it like a workout program to just go as fast as you can. No. There's a better way to use a metronome, and that's to develop the groove. So as I show you how to play this arrangement, we're going to look at all the different ways you could use a metronome to develop that groove. If you're a Patreon member, you could follow along with interactive tab, and the full performance and tab is at the end of this video. Let's start by learning the first two bars of this piece, and then we'll see how to use a metronome to develop the groove. Now the verse goes between two chords, G and A. And the way we move our G chord, we hammer on our pinky onto the G string 4th fret. Slap. Then we pull up with that A major chord, just the A and the B string. And then we go back and forth on the A and D string and slap. Then one quick F sharp. This can bring us back to our G chord. So that's the first measure. The next measure I play the same G chord, but I'm just going to break it up, starting with the low E, and then go up to the D and G. A quick hammer on again, and then slap. And come right back to that G string, 2nd fret. And then right here I'm going to do kind of this bluesy A moment, where I'm going to hammer on the 2nd fret, and then go in and out of the 4th and 5th fret, and play that with the open A string. And that's going to be our first two bars. Now the first step to using a metronome to improve your groove is simply putting it on and knowing what to pay attention to. So here we set our BPM and we simply listen for the first and simplest thing. Is our first downbeat lining up? So in these first two measures, we play on that first beat, and it's the beginning, it's the strongest feeling. Is it on the 1? 1 again. Are those connected? And what we want to listen for, even more specifically, is a flam. A flam is when two beats just miss each other. That thing that you think of when you hear the snare, right one after the other. When we're being really precise, we're not hearing that. So the very first beat, we just want to get that together. And when we feel that, we're getting closer to really locking in. Okay, sweet. So now I'm starting to play in time. I'm starting to feel the groove. I'm listening to see how my playing connects with these downbeats. Now it's starting to connect really well. So now the next step to really develop this internal sense of timing, cut the metronome in half. Take whatever BPM you're at. If we're at 80 BPM, kick it down to 40. And then let's look at each of those beats as our 2 and our 4. So now we're taking away what you hear, then you really got to start to just feel it. So when I have the metronome on at 40, I want to be able to catch the 2 and 4. Step 1, just be able to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then get your slaps in. 3, 4. In time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you're starting to really lock in, try playing it. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've practiced the song with the metronome on every downbeat. We practiced it on 2 and 4. We're starting to feel really good. Now what's the next level? 1 beat per measure. Alright, so we start off with the beat just at 1. So again, if we played this at 80 BPM, we went down to 40 for 2 and 4. Now we're going to kick it down to 20 for just 1. Now with our metronome at 20, we want to try and catch the first beat and know where all the other quarter notes are. So take some time, but you want to try and count 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Try and play it. And of course, after you've done it on the first beat, you keep the metronome exactly where it's at, but you count it as 2, and then you count it as just a 3rd beat, and then you count it as just a 4th beat. And then you could really feel where each beat is. So there's your 3 basic techniques on how to improve your groove with metronome. Put the metronome on and know what notes are lining up with the downbeats. Put the metronome on 2 and 4, know which ones are connecting with that. And then put the metronome on 1 beat per measure on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th beat and try and connect with it, try and keep your timing going. It's a great challenge, but if you just keep looping it, keep doing it, keep trying, you'll get there eventually and you'll start to feel it. But it just takes time, it takes repetition, and just with this one song if you do it, or with any song if you do it, it's going to bleed over to everything else you do, and your internal sense of timing is going to be so much better. And then whatever you think of as just that great groove, you're going to have it, man. So now I'm going to play the full arrangement of the song. And if you want to follow along with the interactive tab, be able to learn it yourself, slow down the video and see exactly where the notes line up, click the link below. It'll take you to my Patreon. You'll get access to that and a bunch of other bonus features that go along with this channel, including lessons, tabs, and backing tracks. And if you would like a comprehensive guide to neo soul guitar, check out my Nasty Soul Guitar ebook. It's a 32-page book with 7 different jam scenarios, each with rhythm ideas and lead ideas that's just all perfectly laid out for you so you can play around with it and always refer back to it with anything that you're doing. So keep jamming and stay nasty.